Good evening and welcome to our final concert of the 2022-2023 school year. It's great to have you all here, and it's really nice to have a little bit of a change of our format and to be able to see families sitting together. I hope that this creates for us a more enjoyable experience and might also limit a little bit if we had some side talking and things going on. So it's fabulous to see everybody here and with families such as we are tonight. Our first ensemble tonight is the Beginning Strings. I am so proud of them. It's incredible to think that 8 months ago they did not know anything about the instrument at all. And since August we have certainly come a long way. We're very pleased to present our show for you tonight. So will you please help me to welcome the Beginning String Orchestra. The next piece is a song and an exercise line as an adaptation by the composer Paganini. But what they learned in this piece is called a fermata. And a fermata is one of those grand notes that in the emotional part of the song it holds. And then the song goes on and finishes, which usually fools some members of the audience, thinking the song may be complete and someone will start to applaud and realize, oh, they're still going. So here is a foolproof way, my own students as well, we can always teach about this moment, to know when to clap, to make sure you don't clap over in the spot where the song was still going. And that comes down to the conductor's baton. As long as the conductor is conducting and there's a fermata and a hold and it stops and the baton is up, no. There's more music to come. Because the song will finish, and at the end of the song there will be another cutoff, and when the baton comes down, indeed the song is finished. Please help us avoid early clap syndrome. beginning band, please carefully come to the stage. Our next ensemble this evening is our beginning band. Just like our beginning strings, 8 months ago, they didn't know anything about the instruments, they just knew what they wanted to try. And most of them picked well on the first shot, but a few of them we had to juggle a few instruments to find out where the heart was really happy. And they have come a very, very long way. I'm very, very proud of what they can accomplish. Just a super solid band and a solid section. I think that you're going to be surprised by their ensemble sound. Yes, it still sounds young, but if we're all very careful, it's smooth and doesn't splatter and doesn't grind into the ear. They just sound so beautiful. We have 2 arrangement pieces for you tonight from Book 1. So instead of being sing-songy unison lines, they're 2 different pieces. The first one we're going to do for you is called School Spirit. You probably know it better either as On Wisconsin or the Centennial High School fight song, but it is featured in our method book, and students tend to love this song. And our other piece is an adaptation of a song called Carnival of Venice. Will you please help me welcome the beginning band? concert band please approach the stage. Tonight we're going to share for you two pieces that we played twice at two contests and accomplished what we meant to do with them. In April, the first two songs that we're going to share with you tonight, we played those at the Large Group Instrumental Festival sponsored by Colorado High School Activities Association, otherwise known as CHASA. Same body that sanctions all the sporting events as well. And we played two songs, and in the back of the auditorium there are three judges who are all band directors, much like myself, or retired, and they're looking at the same score that I'm directing from, and they're listening very carefully to exactly how the students do in the preparation and performance of the piece. And at CHASA, our scores were threes, and 3 is a good rating. Okay, 3 is pretty much middle of the road in the rubric. And our goal was that in 2 weeks' time, we would come back to the room, listen to the comments from the judges, and work on those elements the judges suggested we work on. And 2 weeks later, we would go to Canyon City to the Blossom Festival and Music Festival. And once again, in an auditorium for 3 different judges, we would perform the same pieces and see if we made any gains on it. And they did. We walked away from the Canyon City Blossom Festival improving our score 1 complete division from a score of 3 to a score of 2. It's like golf scores. 1 is the best, 5 is... Okay. So please help me congratulate these ensembles for their quality. Our first selection is On Wings of Eagles. This also has a fermata. Here's a fun march called Thunder and Blazes. Fans of the original will appreciate our final number for you this evening, and just in time for apparently a remake or a reboot of the original movie. This is theme from Beetlejuice. Advanced Orchestra, will you please come to the stage? I would like to mention before we start into the Bates family this evening, I inadvertently left Danny's name off of our program, but at the end of the concert, I will print a program that has his name included in that for you. But I just wanted to make sure you know how much I appreciate the contributions of Danny this year as well. So I just wanted to mention that we have a violinist that should have been in the program. That is my mistake, but for the Bates family, I'll make that right for you. Make sure you have a copy of the program, including his name. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our Advanced Orchestra, a small but mighty group of very hardworking young people. And we've had a few ups and downs, but I'm happy to say that the end of the year has been a gradual incline all the way to the up. This group as well went to Pueblo West to the Chassa Music Festival, and we played on stage in front of the same 3 judges, and we scored good out of 3. And I was very pleased with that. Took our judges' comments, came home, listened to them, worked on those elements for the judges, and 2 weeks later went to the Canyon City Music and Blossom Festival and played again in an auditorium with 3 more judges. And we increased our scores by 1 division from a score of 3, which is good, to a score of 2, like the band, which is excellent. Please help me congratulate these young people. The first piece we'd like to share with you tonight is called Courtly Dance and Procession. The next piece we'd like to share with you is called Aftershock. Visionary medieval style chart called Dragon Slayer. So it is time to mention one item of housekeeping, that following the concert, as is usual, we do need to move the equipment that is here back into the room. So what I would ask is students, quickly, safely, safety first, then teamwork. Quickly and safely, you'll go ahead and go back to the room there. You can get your instrument put away, put in the cabinet. Come on back out, get a chair, get a stand. If any of us out here are willing to help, we do have some really heavy and awkward percussion equipment items that there's no ramps to this stage. They weren't thinking about that 75 years ago. So we have to take them off the front. So if there's a few able-bodied, strong backs, we have things like the chimes and the timpani that can be really vicious to get off stage. But we will need to clear the stage afterwards. If everybody does their part, the whole event takes between 7 and 10 minutes. It really does go quickly. So as far as students are concerned, any student without broken arms and broken legs, you come and help. Okay? And if anybody else can help us move a piece of gear or two, that would be great as well. So here's the jazz ensemble, and the news gets even better for this group. They went to one festival. They went up to the Canyon City Music and Blossom Festival. We performed at Florence High School, a beautiful newer auditorium, and they came away with a score, with the highest score. They came away with a superior, or a rating of 1. Please help me congratulate them. One of my favorite comments from the judges that day was with regards to our students that are they're improvising solos, just speaking through their instrument what they feel at the moment. And one of the clinicians came and said, "Are you all improvising those?" And they were so proud to say, "Yeah, we are." So I'm very, very pleased with that. We're going to get a chance to hear some of our young artists doing improvised solos as well. Our first tune for you is called "My Dinner with Ronald," and our first soloist for "My Dinner with Ronald" is Carlos Padilla on the piano, and our second soloist will be John McCallum. And Kate, you like soloing on this one, don't you? I mean, dang, Ethan. Had to be close to a mic when I did that. You like solo on this one? Okay, let's do that, all right? So we've got Carlos, John, Ethan. We'll figure that out between the songs. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlos Padilla. So our last piece we'd like to share with you tonight, this is an upswing, so it clicks pretty good. We're going to feature 3 soloists again here. It's going to be John McCallum, it's going to be Christopher Gomez, we're going to feature Ethan Lamosse on guitar. This is called The Blues at Frog Bottom. John McCallum. Chris Gomez. On guitar. Thank you so much for the privilege and the time we had to spend together and to share together. It's been an honor teaching your students this year. Congratulations to them, and I hope everyone has a beautiful and peaceful summer. Thank you.